Welcome back everybody to From Crystal TV. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In this particular segment, we are going to solely focus on Asari Dokubo once again and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Now, before we dive into this particular Ogbenga news, I want to state that first of all, Asari Dokubo himself was the leader and still the leader of some terrorist organization in Ijoland, because the whole world know Asari Dokubo's history, and it is not a good history. Remember, the power that be always like to associate themselves with people who has done grievous things to Nigerian people. Asari Dokubo have committed a lot of crimes back in the days, early 90s, when he was the leader of some rebels. I don't know whom he was fighting that time. Some said he was fighting against the government, and at the end of the day, the government arrested him. Later, they released him and things like that. But today, Asari Dokubo is one man who is always working with the federal government of Nigeria. But we all saw what happened between him and Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was disgraced out of Aso Rock, and he was warned not to dare come close to Aso Rock again. Otherwise, he will be arrested and prosecuted for his old crimes. Now, when Wike and Amici was in power, Asari Dokubo used to rub shoulder to shoulder with them. Now Wike is out of power. Asari Dokubo now is rubbing shoulder with the state governor Fabura of River State. But that is not the issue that brought me here, ladies and gentlemen. The case that I want to make today is case between Nnamdi and Asari Dokubo. And I see that the reason why Asari Dokubo is so jealous about Nnamdi is about Nnamdi popularity. Because he knows that his name is nowhere at all. So these are two different individuals. I mean, the good one and the bad one. Okay? Now, Asari Dokubo declares that Nnamdi is a criminal. That is what we want to talk here today. But before we dive into the game full time, I want to thank all of you and say happy Boxing Day. Thank you all for your subscription. And also, if you know you are new in this particular channel, please don't forget to follow us, subscribe. Now, let us go into the detail concerning these two men. I mean, the good one and the bad one. Who is fighting for the people? Who is fighting for the right cause? Who is that person fighting for the real freedom? Is it Asari Dokubo or is it Nnamdi? We are going to know today in this particular segment. Now, let's start with this. In the blistering heart of Nigeria's political landscape, the tension between the country's various economic groups, political factions, and regional movements has reached new heights. Remember, Asari Dokubo, they lead his people. They are the people committing the crimes in Delta region. Okay? As the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob Nnamdi once captivated millions of supporters with his cause for an independent Biafra. But his arrest in 2021 sparked a nationwide outcry and division. Yet, amid this strife, one outspoken critic has emerged, Asari Dokubo, the fiery leader of Niger Delta People's Volunteer Force, a group known for its militant advocacy for the right of the Niger Delta people. The animosity between Asari Dokubo and Nnamdi has smelled for years, but it was a recent set of comments from Asari Dokubo that ignited a political firestorm. During an interview with a local news outlet, Dokubo openly labeled Nnamdi, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, a criminal and accused him of manipulating the youth of the Southeast for his own personal gain. I hope all of you are listening, ladies and gentlemen. Asari now, they accusing Nnamdi of manipulating the youth for his personal gain. Asari Dokubo have university, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody know how Asari Dokubo get the money. Asari Dokubo have a lot of properties in Nigeria, in Abuja, different places in abroad. Nobody know how Asari get all this money. But Nnamdi, in the other hand, you cannot point out a block that Nnamdi have built in his own state, or in abroad, or in Nigeria, or in Abuja. Okay? Or anywhere in the southeastern part of Nigeria. And this is a man, Asari Dokubo, is accusing of manipulating people for his own gain. He does not have a block in anywhere. Him, when we say, now they accuse somebody, he get a lot of properties everywhere, including university in a foreign country. This is a man that is claiming that he loves Ijaw people. He loves his people. He have some properties in his state, but not university for his people. But he went abroad to set up a university. Anyone who supports Nnamdi is supporting a criminal. Dokubo said, his voice firm and unwavering. Kanu doesn't care about Biafra. He cares only about himself and his pocket. He uses the innocent blood of our people to advance his selfish agenda. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu, the court discharging Nnamdi Kanu, saying Nnamdi Kanu an innocent man. The person that Asari Dokubo is claiming that he's using innocent blood, he's using his people for his own personal gain, for his own pocket, for his this and that. Whereas him that is accusing Nnamdi Kanu, everybody know who Asari Dokubo is. Till today, till tomorrow, and forever. People knows who Asari Dokubo is. Things that he have done, right? In Asari Dokubo history speaks for itself. Right? So we have seen these two men. Very easy to understand who is good and who is bad. The reaction was immediate and intense. Supporters of Kanu, many of whom are members of IPOB, railed behind their leader, calling Dokubo's accusation nothing more than a calculated attempt to discredit the Biafran cause. The insult and counter-insult between the two men went viral, spilling into social media, where both sides took to spreading their vision of the truth. There is no comparison between Asari Dokubo and Nnamdi Kanu. I am not defending Nnamdi Kanu, and I'm not supporting Nnamdi Kanu. But we all can see that the only thing Asari Dokubo have for Nnamdi Kanu is enviness. Because he can never be Nnamdi Kanu. He can never be respected like Nnamdi Kanu, home and abroad. Asari Dokubo cannot stand where Nnamdi Kanu stand. Asari Dokubo cannot make a case that Nnamdi Kanu have made so far. Asari Dokubo has nothing. Only that small land, that small piece of land in Ijaw. That is where he dwell. That is where he cheat people. He do all sorts of nonsense to his people and claiming that he's a leader. You are never a leader. You are never a leader. You are only a pipeline watcher. A security pipeline watcher. Okay? For Kanu supporters, the remarks from Dokubo only serve to paint a target on his back accusing him of aligning with the Nigerian government in effort to suppress the Biafran's independence movement. Dokubo is a self-out one prominent. IPOB members tweeted, he was never serious about freedom for the Niger Delta, and now he is attacking the one man who has been the voice of the oppressed. Truly, Nnamdi Kanu is the voice of the oppressed in Nigeria, not only in Biafran land, in Nigeria as a whole, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this same enviness is what is still disturbing the governors. They envied Nnamdi Kanu because they know that this man is a mighty guy. I mean, anytime Asari Dokubo had that, someone is saying that Nnamdi Kanu is the biggest boy in Nigeria, politically. And if you talk in terms of agitation, Nnamdi Kanu is the master. Anytime Asari Dokubo hear this kind of a thing, he goes gaga, like never seen before. It's jealousy. Even upon Nnamdi Kanu is still inside the DSS den. This man is still coming out to blackmail Nnamdi Kanu's name. That is to show you the kind of enviness that is driving Asari Dokubo against Nnamdi Kanu. They continue. But to many in the Niger Delta, Dokubo's criticism struck a chord in their eyes. Kanu had gone too far in his pursuit of Biafra secession, disregarding the broader issues of unity and development within Nigeria. They argued that the cries for Biafra had in many ways ignored the struggle of other marginalized regions, especially the Niger Delta, where environmental devastation and economic exploitation have been persistent issue. But Asari Dokubo is there to fight for you guys. Why are you crying? He said he's a fighter. He can fight for this. This is the problem with these people. Now, Asari Dokubo is attacking Nnamdi Kanu, who is in prison in DSS then as we speak. But this issue of pipeline problem that their people are facing, according to them, he's not thinking about that. He's even using it to make money. He doesn't advocate for his people. Everybody knows that this man doesn't advocate for nobody, nothing, zero. All what he does is just for his stomach, for his family. Remember, the man have over 24 children. So he have to cater for his family, you know. So Asari Dokubo has nothing to do with to liberate anything in his own region. Nothing. Only what he's doing is just to make money. Look at what he do with Tinubu here. Everybody can see how Mr. President disgraced him. And they want him not to close to the Asari Rock again. Because of this same criminal character. And he's calling somebody criminal. Whereas he's the real criminal.